Good morning, folks. Welcome back. Today we're going to keep working on the Goblin Village City, whatever we want to call it, of Meyer. And we're going to start by working on an actual goblin. So I made this guy yesterday, but we need to give him some clothes and we need to rig him. So let's start on that. For transparency, in case anyone wants to know how I did this, this guy started out actually as a Daz Gen 8 male that I first morphed around in Daz, then I brought it into Nomad Sculpt and transferred the textures back to Vertex colors and sculpted a bit more and then painted some more on top of, and then brought it into Blender. But it did start as a Daz character this time. And we're going to go to big, medium, small assets, I think, today. Pull this out of my way. And Water Village. And I want to grab some of the hats and stuff off this guy. At least, I think. Let's see. I'm going to grab characters, rigs. Let's see. Let me use this guy. Bring him in. You should have a lot of clothes on him. We can probably remorph. Yeah, he's got a lot of stuff. And hopefully we can do something cool with that. Let's see, what do we got over here? Hat. Big hat. Lots of stuff. Okay, so let's take kind of like this small hat. I think it's kind of a neat looking hat. I like the hole in it too. And that's the big hat, I guess. Yeah. All right, let's use the small hat. And I'm going to Alt-P, clear parent. Yeah. Cool. And interesting. Why are there two of them? Where are we at? M, new collection, Goblin, just so I can keep track of shit. I don't need any heads. Delete hierarchy? Yeah, heads. Delete hierarchy. Don't need any bodies. Delete hierarchy. Or do I? Yeah, okay, those are in there. Okay. Yeah, see? Genesis Male 8. I'm going to rename him just so we know what he is. He's a Meyer Goblin. Okay, I'm going to come to his hat. And G, Shift Y. Oh, sorry. GZ. Yeah, 7. Let's just GY. Kind of line it up where we feel pretty good about it. Doesn't work exactly because of his ears, but yeah, whatever. We could actually tab. Let's see if we can't select 3. Yes, 7. Scale. Oh, scale. We go to like. Ooh, I got something else selected, don't I? Shift hide. No, Alt hide. Scale. Okay. That's better. Okay. Let's just bring it forward again. Down. There we go. Now his ear's going to stick through that hole. Nice. I like that one. That's looking good. I'm going to turn off props, maybe? Body parts. Okay, where's this basket? Double baskets. Don't want any of those right now. I'm just going to get rid of them. grab all these baskets. Work baskets, heavy baskets, delete. Don't need chairs. I just want his clothes. Pole we might keep. Fish we can get rid of. We can always add more of this stuff back later if we need to. Okay, yeah, that's better. How many pairs of pants does he have? Pants and wraps. Pants 1. Let's see if we can use them. GX or Alt-P. Clear parent. Okay, we might be able to use those. They're a little tall for this guy, but let's see. I'm gonna just try to kind of bash this thing in real quick. And tab LX vertices, and this object set origin geometry GX. Cool. Now let's sculpt. And see if we can't set this up where we need to be. Okay, I like it. That works for me. Feels pretty good. Over to pants. Now these are quite different. Let's maybe back and see if we can edit them first. GY, forward. Cool. That's not bad. Way high up, clearly. Tab. See if we can't. 1 plus 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 plus. We got proportional on. GZ. Gonna make it bigger. And bring it down to about there. And scale it out. Easier to scale it back in than it is to pull it out. So cool. A little more. And scale it in a little more. There we go. Cool. And we can definitely use that. Sculpt mode. And they don't look like they're mirrored, so we'll have to do it sort of separately. That's fine. Cool. There's no need to recreate the wheel for things like this. If you've got clothes that work for the style of character you're trying to make, by all means use them. Okay. It's going to save you time, probably going to look better. And like, see, we're still doing a fair amount of custom work here, but it's just about getting it to sit right. Okay, that leg looks all right. Let's jump to the other leg then. And actually first, let's take this, mirror it, and go ahead and apply it. There we go. So now I can see how these fit, which will help us out, I think. Come on. There we go. There we go. And we can be as picky as we want to be. In my case, that's probably not very. Okay. And pull that out. I'm doing characters right now. I do both. I tend to enjoy environments more. but you do whatever you need to do for the project. I've done a whole bunch of characters in the past. Different people have different strengths. Realistically speaking, on a project, you're probably going to be one or the other if you're working for somebody else. But if you're doing it for yourself, you gotta wear lots of hats. And, it's good to be able to do both just in case you need a job. Which is most of us, right? Okay. Those feel pretty good. I like that pants. I feel like they're sitting on him well. Let's save him. Cool. Scope mode, object mode. Now, tops. Where are we at? And that's a body, isn't it? That's a shirt. Let's do both those together. And Alt-P, clear parent. Brings them back over here. Yeah. And the threads. Oh, I see. Let's undo both that then. Let's join those together. Now, Alt-P, clear parent. Cool. So now the threads should be here. Move to Goblin. Move pants to Goblin too. And that's to Goblin as well. I've never really done characters for games. I am a film and TV guy mostly. So can't really answer that for you. I've done some environments for games in the past, but in terms of professional work, no, I have not. Okay, yeah, show. Cool. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Sculpt mode. I'm just going to pull this out. Big forms. Okay, cool. We're getting way more objects, looks like. Well, no, I see. They just separate the colors. Got it. But yeah, while I have done some work in games, the vast majority of my professional career has been television. So, and even beyond that, there's a vast difference between making concept art for characters and making pipeline-ready characters to be in a game. And that is a whole nother skill set. So. Well, it's not budgets. It's, again, like you're talking about different jobs. So, there are lots of other stresses too. Trust me. But like, all the stuff that I am doing and talking about really applies to concept art, not to pipeline VFX or game characters or even game environments. This is design. So, not the same thing. There we go. We're just getting this guy set up. Cool. These tags. Oh, I just said when I started, this clothing came from Big Medium Smalls Water Village pack, and I'm just reusing it on my own character. So I just grabbed it from somebody else. That's where it came from. Again, concept art. But in terms of making it, I have made clothes like this before. I use a combination of, well, it was probably made in Marvelous Designer, this one, because that's probably the best. But I use Divine Cloth and Simply Cloth in Blender to do a lot of clothing. And I can do the same kind of thing. It just takes a long time. So you end up just making choices. And since I don't need this to be unique and different necessarily, I just need to fit this character. I don't have to worry too much. So I'm just reusing somebody else's very cool work. But I paid for it, so I'm allowed to do that. I mean, it's what you should do with concept art. If you just buy Big Medium Smalls kit and all you do is throw it in there, then you're no better than the stuff that the anti-keyframers talk about. Like, you're right, you're just using someone else's work and claim it as your own. But when you do this kind of stuff to it, like I am recontextualizing this to a level that I feel comfortable saying I have added something to it for at least this character. I didn't design, and I wouldn't say I designed the costume, I'd say I designed the character. But like if you're doing a modern person, you don't say you designed the jeans if you put them in jeans. There's no need to make jeans for everybody. That's just kind of silly. Okay. So we're just pulling them and pushing and pulling as we get this to work. That seems about right. Cool. We can pull his butt out. That looks pretty good. I think we're getting a little bit of here. He's got a much wider neck than a human, so we can choose to actually set it up or just let it, touch a little bit. I don't necessarily think that I care too much. Okay, let's see what he looks like. Oh, yeah. Very cool. What those tags are. I'm not even sure what that is and why I should care about it. What's the material on that? Threads. Okay, so it's just like loose threads floating around. I see. Oh, cool. No, I think he's looking really good for what we want. We can give him a bit more. These shoulder pad things are just fun. It's like this whole cloak thing is just really cool. I kind of want to use it. So let's, again, Alt-P, clear the parent. And Alt-G, there we go. And move it to Goblin. Yeah, Marvelous and doing cloth sims is certainly seems to me to be the de facto standard nowadays. Yes. Dude, looks boss. I like him. So let's just sculpt that. Pull these back out. And pull that out. And that out. Again, if you're doing it in Blender, Simply Cloth is a pretty good light version of Marvelous. And Divine Cut is a nice shortcut to get stuff started. I recommend both of those and use both of those. And they work well together as well, too. Okay, so we can pull this up, this up. I'm actually going to, it feels silly for them to just be sitting there. Maybe they weren't in the original, but I'm going to bring them in because I can do this. Now, edit mode, that, connected only, and G, bring it in, cool, and then G, getting close. That's good enough for me. They do intersect, but who cares? Take a look. Oh, yeah. And it shouldn't be too long to mess with our rig, because sometimes longer cloaks can be a pain, but that should be acceptable. Now, he looks great. He's doing exactly what I want. We're going to let him be barefoot. I think that's fine. So maybe... What's this? That's just that stuff. We can just delete this. Let's see. Yep. Cool. Save. And he's still underneath our size requirement, so that's cool. Not a lot more I want to do to him, I think. I think he's looking pretty good. I'm going to... let's just duplicate or move to Goblin. And then select objects and Shift D and move to scene collection and close Goblin down, and then join them together. Make sure he's good. Make sure he only has one UV group. Only one UV map, yep. Cool. So that will be a good character for us, and we can just delete these things now. Delete, delete, delete. Oh, where'd that come from? Okay, right. Undo, body parts, delete hierarchy, whole thing, gone, save. So the human parts are gone now. We got our Goblin in his outfit. Let's select him, file, export, OBJ, selection only, Meyer Goblin for rigging. Now we'll go over to auto rig. Or AccuRig, sorry. AccuRig. Choose a file. Oh, source. Meyer Goblin for rigging. Great. For symmetry, rig the body. Okay, cool. Looks pretty good. Yeah, I think we're just going to try it with what it gives us. Don't think I need to change much this time. So he's got 4 fingers. So rig hands, 4 fingers. Next. Okay, so those are a little off. We can just fix that. There, 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 there. Next knuckle. Come on. Next knuckle. Next knuckle. Here. Knuckle. 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 Here. Knuckle. Knuckle. Looks good. Finalize character. Guy's even pretty lightweight for my kind of character. He's about half as many tries as my normal characters seem to wind up being. So while that is thinking, there it comes. It's going pretty fast. Maybe we'll just wait. Let's see if it actually was good with those locations or if we need to tweak anything. Looks good enough for folk. I think we like him. Even the cloak is working nicely. Very cool. Export, FBX, for Blender. Goblin, rigged. Okay, let's come back over here. I'm gonna move him to new collection, unrigged. Just like to keep my history for doing this. So we have a version that's close separated, a version that the clothes are attached but unrigged, and now we can bring in our FBX. No, where am I? Where'd my rigged one go? Oh, blend. Import. Come on. There we go. And Alt-S, bring him back up to regular size. Cool, and we just need to fix his materials, which he's going to have several. So back to MG. Where is MG? Not MG1, but MG. There we go. Hat. Man body 3. Man body 3. Body 1 skirt. Belt knot, threads, pants, raincoat, fibers. Okay, take a look. There he is, fully rigged. And we can give him a pose now. Cool. Save. I don't know what pose I'm going to give him. I think just an idle for right now. We're going to probably reuse this character a fair amount for the village, because with the fog, we won't have to be terribly worried about seeing too many people. Poses. Neutral. Yeah, sure. The Great Neutral Idol. And character. The Rococo plugin for retargeting. Target is our armature. Build the bones. This is just a Mixamo pose we're applying. Great. Need to fix it a little bit, but that's fine. That's normally the way. Delete the hierarchy. Let's just see if there's any. There we go. We're going to use that one. Clear animation data. Pose mode. Hide the bones we don't need. Put the other ones we want to the front. Cool. So we just want to bring his arm out a little bit. Local. Cool. And I don't know. Kind of want to change it just a tiny little bit. And kind of want to take his fingers and make sure we have individual origins and RZ. Oh, What other bone did I select? Not that one. Not that one. Okay. There we go. And we can just move this one here. Whee! Come on. Let's rotate it in slightly. There we go. Not that I'm probably going to ever look at his hands, but it just feels a little bit more natural to me. I don't know. I always walk with my fingers slightly curved. Let's tilt his wrist down a little bit too. And object mode. And turn off in front. Feels like a pretty good pose. I'm kind of into it. Let's save him. So there is our goblin. Check his lighting again, just to make sure he's set up. I like his skin texture. We got his subsurface scattering turned on. He feels good. Kind of got like a Kappa vibe from Japanese mythology, only he doesn't have a hole with water on top of his head. But that whole space there kind of almost symbolizes something like that, which I think is neat. Accurate does a pretty good job. I've had some problems with things like long cloaks or robes where it doesn't do it properly and I have to do some weight painting afterward. But like, again, for a character like this with pants and a shirt, it's way better than Mixamo, and easier to use than even auto rig inside a blender for me. And it's free, so it's worth playing with. I get good results out of it for humanoid characters anyway. Mostly. Okay, so this was yesterday's environment. We're going to kind of not worry about it, but we're going to make something very similar. Let's start on a new one, though. There we are. So we can get rid of that. And again, we're going to start with a circle. And again, I think 75 meters is good for this size with the fog we're doing. Fill it. And we're going to remesh it to 250. We're going to move that one to ground. And we're going to take the original one, turn it back on, and move it to water. And we'll turn off water for right now. And let's save, because, yeah, new character, new scene. Up, there we go. New 250610 live stream Meyer. Sure. I don't know what part of Meyer we're working on yet, but it's going to be part of the city. Paste. Alrighty. So the ground of Meyer. I want to give us 1, 2, 3. Turn on, make sure proportional is on. GZ, I'm going to make it bigger. So 3 kind of hills space. Only going to go up 2 meters though. Okay. And from that, I think we're going to try just auto trainer and see what it does. May not even be enough. Let's cut our strength down to 2. And we do have some hills there. Let's turn our water back on. Maybe I want it a little taller. Yeah. So it's actually like 10 feet up at the highest part. There's actually some ground there, which is where we'll build the structural supports for our town. Although I think we might bring the water up a bit too. That looks good. Water also looks good. So we have 3 islands basically in this swampy area. Save. I'm fine with this terrain and the level of detail. I don't think we need to do more to it, so let's just apply it. And the water, solidify. Great, that's far enough. Apply all. Save. And while I'm here on the water, I'll just go ahead and give it a material. Great. And convert it to edible. And if we look, and we go increase our brightness a little bit. There we go. So that's the basis for what we're doing. Now, I think the next thing I'm going to do is come back to our old scene here. I'm come to this as our platforming, and I want to turn off ground so it doesn't bring it across with it when I copy it. So we like the changes we made to this one from the default, so we're just going to use it as our own now. Copy it, and back over here and into collection and paste. Cool. And then we can just move it out of the way. Although it's already pretty much out of the way. Good deal. Let's jump back to this style. And now we're going to want to just put some platforms up here. So let's do that. Shift A, mesh, plane, and I think we're going to make them 10 feet platform squares. The last one was 2, but it's a smaller space, so whatever. 3 meters looks good. GZ up. And tab 2. And let's see, EY3. Yep. Just going to build a little bit of a platform there. And then there. And we'll keep it that level. Cool. There. I mean, we need to bring this whole thing up a bit then to there. That to here. Link. Copy modifiers. Now we can delete this one. And this we want to make sure is in new collection structures. And then here we want to set its terrain to ground again. And there it's building platforms that we can use. Cool. Now, I want to take this though and wrong this one off in edit mode. Yep. And then 3. Select all of those. Shift D, GX minus 3. Oh, no. Oh, GX minus 3. GY3, GZ3, and tab. And we have a second level, like that. Cool. I think I like that. Although I think I'm going to put a building here. So we can just do 2 EX minus 3 AM distance to submerge those back together. Yep. There we go. So we got 2 platforms set up here. Save. We're going to kind of do the same thing going across. I don't know if we're going to have, maybe we'll have 1 bridge. I don't think we're going to have a lot of bridges though. But let's put 1 in. And it should be higher again, right? Yeah, so let's grab those. Shift D, G, GZ3. Cool. And then Shift D, GX across to there. And actually, I'm going to make it bigger. EY minus 3. EY minus 3. Okay, and this whole thing needs to have just a dummy base material. So I can come here and 2 and 2. Actually, well, not even yet, I think. 3. Shift D, GX. Let's put like a pillar in the middle too. Yes. For edge loops. And there, and plus assign bridge. If we exit, let's see what that looks like. Yeah. Cool. So space for people to row their boats underneath, but good platform for our bridge. I'm just sort of starting out here. Now we want to grab Shift D, GZ minus 3. So far we're staying very even and mechanical, which is fine. We might get a little bit more loose with it in a minute. Okay, yeah. And we can build across here. Just fill it. There we go. And make that a bridge or a balcony. I think we'll make it a balcony. Let's see what the difference looks like. So balconies allow for, yeah, but there's no platform underneath. Yeah. I think that's okay. Yeah. Looking good so far. I want some more levels, though. I want this to be, although it goes across, I want it to feel kind of a little bit cramped and thus vertical, too. So tab. So I'm going to take these. Shift D, GZ3, up. And there we go. And then there we go. Cool. And then let me try to screw this thing up. Yeah, I did. So I fixed it. Good. Don't want the duplicated vertices. More layers. Good. And then again, Shift D, Y minus 3, X minus 3, Z 3. Third level up. Nice. I'm starting to feel like that's a neat looking platform. And I'm also starting to feel like we got too many barrels, but we'll deal. And I want to put some structures up here too. So I think EX minus 3. Okay, platform's there. Good. Just taking a look. Seeing what we want to do with this. And I think the next thing we're going to want is some kind of like a dock down here, maybe. So let's say 3. Shift D, GZ, GY. There we go. And now let's get a little bit more loose. E, 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 E. Trying to keep it about the right size, but I'm obviously not stressing too much about it. Let's see. Yeah. Nice looking little dock area there. Cool. And then maybe we can even say 3 or 2 rather. E and SX0. Straighten that out. Great. And E. Docks. Those are tiny ones, but I think 10 feet should be enough space for that. Cool. Now we need to put some ladders, stairs, whatever else into this thing here. And let's do that with 3 Shift D, GZ minus 1.5, GX over a bit more. Oh. Let's try that. And see, that's enough. Bridge edge loops. So the stairs, there's going to be a ladder. That's stairs. Cool. Sharp stairs, but that's fine. And then let's edit this. E SX0. Cool. More stairs. Great. Okay. We got ramps going up to that level at least. And I think we're going to do ladders here. EZ minus 3, GX forward. EZ minus 3, GY. Those should both be ladders, I think. Yeah. Nice. Okay, so we can go up to that level, to that level, to that level. Great. Over here, I'm going to say that should be stairs, right? Yeah. Cool. And we'll actually do the same thing here. Those should be stairs. Very cool. Everything's still working. Love it. Let's do it here too. Is that too much? That's going to be hard for us to get to, isn't it? Let's not do it that way. Let's do it. Actually, 3x face and 2 bridge edge loops. There we go. Stairs going up to there. Everything's connected right now. We can get everywhere, which maybe you don't care about. I don't know. Some people don't when they're designing things for, particularly for like concept art and illustration, but I like to think like a level designer even when I'm not a level designer. So I'd rather the stairs worked. And that's a big ass platform. And I wonder, can we just take that entire big ass platform, Shift D, rotate it. These are the starting point here. I think we can. That'll work. That's solo. I'm going to get rid of the those and those. Cool. And then more out like that. Great. No point in not using the same stuff. We need to remake everything from scratch again. That looks kind of cool. I'll do some more changing to it though. So here, Shift D, 11. Take it to like here. Great. And 2, Control E, bridge edge loops. Nice. I like that. Multiple levels like this are really fun for helping to sort of sell something as being more complex, because the human mind has a harder time processing through multiple levels. So if everything's on the same flat, it seems simpler than if it's the same, literally the same number of panels, just up on different levels. Okay, so we need to make these as sort of a tower point now here too. Just going to grab coplanar. No. Let's just grab this one. Cool. And let's see. Oh, don't drop out of edit mode yet. 2, 7, E. There, and then E, just to keep it kind of roughly the same. Bridge edge loops. And here. Again, same vibe. Take a look. Cool. But those are all on the same level, which, as we said, we don't want to do too much of. So we need to edit some more. And 7. E. E. Great. And then cool. 2E. Let's go build a walkway across this time. I don't know why, but why not? And then E. Cool. Cool. Take a look. gobos and unevenness in lights. Well, it depends on the kind of light you're using. I mean, if you're using a spotlight, then it's super easy. You just add a gobo literally in the light settings. If I'm doing sun, I'll just put like a plane with some noise between it. If I'm doing sun, I'll put a plane for clouds. If I'm doing like emissive textures, then yeah, I'll throw a noise or whatever in on it. Kind of depends what you're using it for, though. That looks good. Okay, I'm liking this. This whole area is probably bigger than I need it to be, but it's just fun to make, so whatever. 350 to there. Easy 3. GZ3. No, not E. AM distance. Great. GZ3. There we go. And 2. That's going to be a railing, isn't it? Yeah, don't want to do that. I'm just going to undo this face. 2, easy, -3, GY. There we go. Okay, cool. And presumably this village city is bigger than this. This is just the area that we're working on right now. So like, and a lot of it's going to hide into fog. So I think we're going to stop building platform now, because this is already, we're up to what, like 5.5 million polys on just our platforms, which is fine, but I can start putting some other stuff in here. Let's see. I might just grab literally the houses that we built yesterday and use them again. This is a starting point. Copy objects into collection, paste. Great. And then this into structures, or not even into structures, into buildings. No point having it measure against the structure if it's not going to need to. And then we can put it where we go on here. There. Our house there. Come close, take a look. We need to go higher up. Okay. Kind of have it off the ground. Might be kind of neat like that. All right. Yeah. Can deal with that. I like it. Just going to duplicate it. Go over to here. Is the right height? Nope. There we go. Cool. It's a little narrow, but maybe we'll fix that. Let's see. Edit this tab. 7E. There we go. G. There we go. That's better. And have some around it. Fun. Okay, so that's 2. Let's do one more this size. And then we'll start tweaking to it, I think. Just editing the house. Yeah. Another one where we want to move the the door or the wall, right? RZ90, let's turn it that way. Cool. Yeah. And this tab EX-3. Back out. Cool. Put it there. Great. And now let's edit that sucker just to make it different. Tab 3 EX3. Great. Good deal. And let's try those faces as plus. Let's see if it's going to work. ID awning. Or is it going to be like up in the sky? No. Oh. Did I not assign? Assign. And it's up in the sky. You bastard. Okay. I gotta see if we can fix this thing. Now it's set to X face. I don't know why it's doing that. It doesn't really make a lot of sense. That should be not window, but maybe even awning again. And then, yeah, whatever. Tab. We can just deal with it. Like that, and that. Assign. Cool. I don't know why it's giving us that. Why it doesn't want to set the origin right. I've had this problem a couple of times with this tool now, and I don't really understand why, to be honest. But that's okay. Hide. To fill 3. We're going to make that a door. And then assign AM distance. Cool. I wait till the general releases are out because I just do enough production work too that I don't play with betas. I don't need to. And my rendering is not terribly slow, so I am fortunate enough to have a 4090, so I'm not really hurting for speed on rendering, so I'd rather have stability a little bit more. Particularly from all my add-ons, it gets really annoying. Cool. To be honest, one of the biggest reasons is simply the beta ones don't auto-install your add-ons, and it's a huge pain in my ass. No, what? 3. See what that does. Just curious. Yeah, it's kind of fun. I don't know why it's giving us that. Double, but let's fix it. Assign. Cool. And delete that. And 1, 3. KXC. Cut all the way through. YC. KYC. Cut through that way. See if that's better for us. I don't know if it's better, but it's fine. Do that. Yeah, the fact that The auto installer moves my add-ons, keeps me at, 4.4. It's like, hey, that works. And I still have to use 4.3 over here for my character because the plugin for Rococo doesn't work well in 4.4 because they changed some animation stuff. And they haven't updated the add-on yet. So, you do what you do. That looks cool, though. I like that. I'm going to edit this boy again. Tab 3. Select all those. Shift D, P section. Come back out, grab the new one. 7G, RZ 180. Oh, come on. Right. I love that as a chimney. Probably shouldn't. So let's get rid of it. Random chimneys are off. Cool. I like that little tower thing. That's fun. So let's put it like right here. Simple architecture, small. It's going to make our village look better. I like it. Let's do another one like right here. We'll have to take it down 3, right? See if I'm correct. Yes, I was. Cool. Just like that is fine. We can even kind of just abuse this if we want to. And Shift D, G. Cool. And there we go. This guy I should just reset to actually have a geometry again. Cool. That's working. Now, actually, that'd be fun. Why don't we change this up? And tab 3, 7, E to there. Cool. And object set origin to 3D cursor. And Alt X and mirror it, giving us that. Fun. Like it. Quite a bit, actually. Morning, Michael. It's good to see you, sir. All right, so that's feeling good. Didn't do much with these other ones yet. I think this is going to be our primary, so these are going to just be like silhouette back areas, essentially. But let's take them some stuff then. And bring it over here. Okay, and we can just edit this. Cool. Dig that. We got a passage through there. Cool. That's working. As we get more into the village and we have specific areas we want to work on, we're going to need to be a bit more, I don't know, precise. But right now, I'm not too worried about it. It's kind of just about getting shapes that look like buildings, to be honest. And in fact, I think here, tab, Shift D, P, section, come back in, remove that modifier, edit, and 2. There we go. There we go. Okay. And again, and materials on this are just removing all of them. And this, link, copy modifiers. Okay. And tab. Edit it. Original tab. Shift S2. Object, set origin to 3D cursor. That's better. Okay. And then tab, original. Let's see. K to there. GZ. Cool. And then 3, I'm going to make that a door. And original. Ooh, weird. Is it upside down? I bet you it is. Tab, Shift N. Recalculate normals. Is it inside? No. Original. There we go. There we go. That's better. And on this one, I think we will. Random windows is fine. It's just there to give us sort of background building feels. Although we could, I don't know, just because I'm nerdy. Let's see, be fun. Why not? Normals 3. That's kind of fun. And 2. Great. GZ. Okay. And let's see. That works. Cool. Save. Weird overhanging house. Dig it. Okay. And I don't know. Let's just do this one again. There should be more houses than I'm putting here, but I'm not really focused too much on this yet. And I want to rotate that. Right? Yeah, no. There we go. So the door's at least facing correctly. Okay, anyway. We've got that. We should move on to the next thing. We might put more buildings in later, but that's fine. We want to come back over to our other one here. And where's my orbs? Is it in collection? Oh, no, it's the same one. The other one. The other one. There we go. And yes, okay, good. I didn't just do something stupid, right? Orb trees. Select hierarchy. Copy objects. Because I didn't save a biome yet, I have to do this manually this time, which is fine. Where'd they go? There they are. M, collection, new collection, orb trees. Create. Okay. Start with the, I could speak. Geoscatter, ground, and we're going to biome scatter, and we're going to grab our jungle one. That was jungle forest 2. Come on. Yes, 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 I know. And geoscatter. First thing we're going to do is group culling mask, upward obstruction. Water. Yeah. Okay. The next thing we're going to do is proximity repel from the bamboo structures of, I'm going to say, 4 meters. Now, save, and turned on. Can I turn off collection? Nothing I care about in there. Doesn't look like it. Oh, cool. Turn it off. Geoscatter's on. Turn on bamboo. Let's see how we're doing. Cool. Looking good. Okay, let's turn off geoscatter entirely. And we're gonna scatter. I do need to grab it here. In collection, orb trees. Select those. Preset scatter, and we used this one last time. Scatter objects. cool. And then we're going to move it to the jungle forest so it has the same water update thing. Then we wanted to cut its distribution. I don't remember what I had it before. Let's look. This is the other one. Geoscatter. Orb trees. Distribution was 0.1. Okay. 0.1. And scale, we doubled it. So base default scale was 2. And we had rotation affecting the vertical with 0.85. And then it also needs to be repelled from structure 4 meters. And let's turn it on. Let's see what we got. Cool. We got our bubble trees floating around now. Cool. And I can turn off orb trees now. Looks great. We might even cut it down from 4 to 3. Let's see, that'll let it get closer, but not too close. Two. Let's see. Just curious. The closer it gets, the more light we get from them, but I don't want to go underneath the platforms. And that's going to be part of our problem, is that it's because it's not doing upward obstruction. It looks fine, though. I think we're good. And then we can add a transition of, take up to 1. See if that does anything for us. Just gives us a bit more. Yep. All right. Nice. Now, on the water, we still want to do the other one. I like that. Let's turn off Geoscatter again because it's just faster to do it when it's off. Hey, Patrick. And we're going to select the water and a biome scatter of, where's my polygonic? Aquatic 3. Yes. Okay. Get rid of it. Then on that one, we want to take high grass. We want to copy it. Then we want to delete it. Then we want to go back over to our other one and paste it. But we're not going to put it inside this because we want it to grow in the water. So cool. And then back to circle. And we're going to just do here, a lily pad, upward obstruct, or both of these rather here. Aqua biomes, upward obstruct from ground, so they don't grow underneath the ground. And because again, I'm nerdy, proximity, ground, and we're going to repel that of 0.25. And here also, repel ground. So no lily pads super close to the ground, to the shore. 0.2. Save. Okay, if we turn on geoscatter. Just thinking. Still thinking. Come on, keep thinking. Why we save, just in case. Come on. We'll give it another 30 seconds. And then we will see. It's definitely chunking. Come on, Blender. Can't even tell which Blender is dying. Both those are gone. Oh, we should not have him on. Okay, that's the problem. I'm just gonna. I'm gonna have to kill him too. End task. There we go. I'm gonna close this too. You don't want to have actual rendering turned on in a background Blender. It's not a good idea usually. And we should be back. Yes. Okay. Oh, look. Music album covers. Bring Blender back up. There are a couple. I think I saw one on Superhive last week. I don't use them, so I can't really say, but I prefer to do it myself. Okay, so Blender's coming back now. Theoretically. Let us hope. Gotta love it. I find for me now that I actually make very, very few new textures completely from scratch, so it's not really a big deal. I usually just find an existing one I have and modify it, and it's faster and gets me where I want to be. So I am not the right person to ask for that kind of thing. Um, there we go. Looks like we're almost there. Cool. Meyer, come back to me. I'm not going to turn it on yet, I don't think. We'll just leave well enough alone for right now. Let's go grab a fog. Or make one. We'll make it. Again, I could copy the yesterday's, but we'll make a new one real quick. Easy fog. Ground fogs. God ray fog. No, we used God ray noise. Yes, fog it up. And 7 Alt G S Shift Z. Cover our whole space. 1 GZ just above the water, because again, volumetrics do not like to overlap. Even though they work now, it's still very slow. So try to avoid it if you can. Tab 3 1 GZ up to above our tallest building. Great. Control A, rotation and scale. Shading. Scatter. Color. Density. There we go. And sky. Import. HDR. Again, we're going to use yesterday's, or right around yesterday's. So I'm not sure it's going to be exactly the same one, but we'll go look. It's like 1194, I think, or something like that. It was yesterday's, but 1094. That was what we used. We used 1095 this time, just cause. There you go. I mean, roughness is pretty easy from that. You just run the diffuse through a color ramp to get it where you want to be. Yeah. I like it. And we're going to set our light exposure back up to like 8, so we're darker. And we got our lights from that. Cool. Save. I'm going to try one more time with our geoscatter, but I'm going to turn it off on the water first. I don't need the lily pads. And I don't need the grass. Yep, just the clusters. That should be okay. Let's save. And geoscatter on. Cross fingers, everybody. Did work before, though. There we go. Cool. So this is our main area we're kind of focusing on, although we can look in all kinds of areas. But let's see. Let's set a camera up over here. Photographer, camera, there, Alexa, with a anamorphic lens that we will set to 35, and a resolution of Panavision. And let's see here. Kind of was hoping to see some of the, we got a couple blue of the things there. Let's see. Focus on that. Now let's just look and see what we got for lighting. It's very thick fog, but that's what we want for this place. So yeah, cool. We got the lights kind of glowing up. Oh, I'm going to turn off face orientation. There we go. And we need to increase our camera depth, clip end to like 250. Yeah. Save. Cool. I'm liking it. It's starting to feel more urban. It's funny that the natural plant life feels like street lights a little bit, even though they're not. But we've got our lights kind of here going around, and they're working well for me. Let's see. Feeling pretty good about the big stuff. I want to put a bit more things on the platform, and we've not brought our Goblin in yet. So let's at least bring our Goblin in. And I think because of that, I'm just going to edit this. Tab 2 7 E. Ooh. There we go. Okay, cool. So we can put him on that pier there. Oh, cool. It's got a light and all, everything. Nice. Let's scene collection. We should just be able to append him in. He should be easy to find. Meyer Goblin. There he is. Object. Should be armature, because that will grab everything. Yes. Append. Think. If not, we'll open it up and see, but I think that should do it. Let's see. No, I just grabbed the armature. God damn it. All right, fine. We'll open them up. God damn it. See, is there anything else we want to do in the meantime while I was blowing that up? Well, doing all right. Maybe grab a cart. We'll just use one of the big, medium, small ones, I think. Put it down here. Is that guy up yet? No, still going. think tomorrow we're going to try to make the market for this town. Now that we have a person, I can make it 1 or 2 more people, but I think that'll do what we need. Why is it so far down? Okay. Let's put it over here. Okay. Yeah, cool. Save. Okay, here we are. Meyer Goblin. There's our dude. Armature. Select hierarchy. Copy objects. I'm just going to turn off geoscatter right now, too. I think it will be faster. And we want to go there. Paste. Oh, I mean, there's no answer to that because it totally depends on what the environment, what the project is. Like, there are very simple paid projects and very complex ones and all the above, right? So, like, there's not an answer. I'm pretty much this fast for everything. So, like, if this is the kind of level they wanted, it's pretty fast. I have had sets for film where they were very picky and we had a lot of things that had to be exactly right that took, like, I don't know, a week to make. It's possible. I did one for Fall of the House of Usher where the art director was incredibly picky and kind of just wanted to really pixel fuck everything. And it took almost 2 months till we finally got it approved. And I was ready to shoot myself. So there we go. He's cool. I really like this dude. He looks good to me. And I'm going to... Let's see. I liked the lights I had from yesterday, so I am going to use one of those. I'm going to... Where's him? I'm going to move him. Select hierarchy. New collection, people. Great. Now up to lights. And I will grab one of the lights from yesterday because I just liked them. Swamp. Yep. I think this is the other one around, but you know, hey. Yeah. Light, area, all these were the same basically, but we'll go area. Cool. And yeah, good. GZ, RY. Here, we need to make sure he's still not visible to volume scatter. Cool. Take a look at him. Just going to give him a little bit of that fine green glow. Too bright here, but the vibe is right. Power of 50. Yeah. Yeah, so without it, very dark. With it, yes. It's sort of cinematic lighting. You don't question where it comes from. And I don't want you to. And maybe we'll focus on him now and not the building, since we got a person here. Change our minds there. Focus on him. Probably makes more sense. I've not tried Lead Sim yet. I've heard good things. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. photographer works pretty well for me for what I'm mostly using, but definitely there's some things I'd like to play with it. Cool. And just now we have him there. Save. Let's turn back on geoscatter. Cool. Let's see what we can see. I think I might want to put him a couple more places just to add, like, if assuming we can see it, but maybe that bridge, we're going to take a look at it in light and see how visible stuff is through this. It wouldn't be very. I don't even think we need to bother. Yeah, he's looking good though. I think we're going to call it here. I think this is kind of a good stopping point for us. So in Blender 4.3, we took this character that again, as if you came in late, I started the body in Daz, ran some sliders around, exported it as an OBJ, brought it into Nomad Sculpt to sculpt a bit more and to paint it. Then I brought it back into Blender, and yeah, we took clothes from the big, medium, small Water Village kit and sculpted them so they fit on him. Then we exported him to AccuRig and rigged him up, brought him back and applied a Mixmo pose to him. So that was him. Then we did our village, which is 3 islands and then platforms, and a little bridge platform there and there that I like. And yeah, feeling pretty good about it. I think we're in a good spot. I'll render them up. I'm going to do 4 views again as normal, post it up on the webs, and I will be back again tomorrow. Like I said, I think we might try to do the market tomorrow if I can maybe generate another dude. The other thing we might do is take the same dude tomorrow and give him different clothes so we have some variation. Start that way. My guy took 5 programs to make. Daz, Blender, Nomad Sculpt, 4, AccuRig. But I didn't need to use all those. It's just what I did. So I could have just sculpted him too, but I like the Daz character was just faster. And in Daz, he's a combination of like a frog dude, a gargoyle, a goblin, and a human with like the sliders set to varying levels on all those till I got something kind of near where I wanted. And then I said I finished sculpting him afterwards. So like he had these like little vestigial fingers here because they weren't all the way removed. So I had to remove his fingers and toes in Nomad Sculpt. And then I just tweaked him a little bit and painted him up. But yeah, it was super fast. So it was the easiest way to do it. Anyway, thanks for hanging out, everybody. I appreciate it. And I will be back again tomorrow for another one. Hopefully I'll see you then. Okay, have a great day and take care. Later.